Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm here to share with you my favorites and fails for the month of July. As I'm looking here, I feel like this should be a fairly short video, but I said that with my last favorites, which was May. I didn't do a June favorites because my May favorites basically went up partially in June. So I was like, we'll just wait. And surprisingly, I really don't feel like I have that much to share with you, but a lot of that is because I've really been trying hard to cycle through some of my makeup and not use the same stuff over and over again. If you saw my Real Talk video a few weeks ago, I was talking about doing a weekly shop my stash, and that has really helped me be able to flip around in my makeup wardrobe here. So while it's good that shopping my stash every week has made me try a lot of different things again, it means that there's not a lot that I've used enough to really necessarily call it a favorite. So we're gonna go through the things that have been my favorite this month. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly, and I am a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So we're just gonna hop right in here today. I am excited because I'm gonna be sharing with you a few of my favorites, but then I also thought, and I did this in my May favorites, I shared one of Jeremy's favorites that is actually, it kind of benefits me too. I will make sure to have that video, my May favorites, posted down below if you do want to check that out. But when I started talking about having favorites of Jeremy's, I thought that maybe I would do this in every favorites and fails if I have something that he would like to share with you. So maybe at some point I'll have him come on and share, but I did pick his brain about a few of the products that he's been using and liking or not liking, so I will be sharing those with you as well. I thought that this could be helpful to those of us who would maybe have someone in our life that could use some of the things that Jeremy likes. All right, so let's start off on a good note, and we're gonna go through with a favorite. So I think that I usually share these at the end of the video, but I'm going to share my scent of the month at the beginning. So I'm going to talk about Penrose Sun Saint. Now, this was in my top picks for spring and summer, my favorite spring and summer fragrance video, and with good reason. I really think, I think that this is just the epitome of summer. So this to me smells very creamy. It's like creamy sandalwood, creamy coconut, sitting on the beach with a vanilla ice cream cone. You guys know I always have the craziest scent descriptions. I feel like I don't know if that helps anybody, but I do really like this. Penrose used to be at Sephora. I do know that they are at Ulta now. I'm not sure if the Sun Saint scent you can get at Sephora, but I'm sure that you can get it at penrose.com if you want to check it out. It's just it's very beachy, and I don't want to say it evokes that sunscreen vibe because it's way more sophisticated than that, but you get a little bit of that. It's like salt air. I'm telling you, it's like sitting on the dock with sun coming down on you. You've got some sunscreen on, of course, because that's how we do. And you've got the beach. You've got that hot summer scent, and then also the vanilla from your ice cream cone. I don't know how to explain it. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna move on from this one, but that is the one that I've been turning to a lot of days this month because it has been hot. It's been hot, and I want something that's fresh, but also something that isn't too cloying, that I feel like I can't wear it at work. Obviously, as a hairdresser, I'm real close to people, so I try to mellow it on the fragrances when I am at work. So that one is great. All right, moving on to another product that I don't think I've actually talked that much about. I maybe did mention it in my brushes video, but this is the BK Beauty 108. And I have found that I've been reaching for this one a lot this month. This, I think, makes a really good brush for a multitude of areas on your face. You could use this to contour if you're looking for a little bit more of a natural contour. Someone like me who likes a little brush, I also use this to bronze the face, but a lot of times I've been using this for my blush, and this works really nicely for both creams and powders. It's really great. Honestly, if I was forced to only bring a few brushes for my makeup, traveling, I could actually see using this for blush and then dusting it off on a microfiber towel. And you could even use this for highlighter because that taper is fine enough to where you could get a pretty accurate placement. So I've really been liking this one. I like that it's a bit more on the firm side. So if you have those powders that are a mineral, or they're almost more of a baked formula, this works really nice to be able to kick some of that up so that you aren't getting hard pan. It's not a scratchy brush. I don't want you thinking that they're scratchy. It's BK Beauty after all, but it just has a little bit more of a dense property versus another one of my favorite brushes is the Wayne Goss 14, but you can see totally different brush and bristle structure here. This one's definitely got a little more chunkiness to it and a little bit more firmness. That's a word. yeah, firmness. And then this one is definitely more light and airy, so it just depends on what you're using it for. This, I think, is definitely super ideal for cream products, but it really does work well for powders as well, and it's one that I've been using all month long. All right, while we're talking about like the face and brushes, let's just dive into some of this makeup. Now, this is a product that I got in my mystery box, my $125 mystery box. This is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. I have the shade Fiji, and I really like it. I have to say this is a tiny bit too light for me for this time of the year, but I'm sure come like September, once I start having to be indoors again, knowing Wisconsin's weather, I will probably be a perfect match for that shade. I really like it. I don't think it's going to be like my next tippy top foundation. I just don't see it like nudging anything else that's in my like top 5 out of the way, but it is very nice. I like the finish of it. It has a nice coverage without being like too heavy. It's radiant. It is really actually quite radiant. It has a nice luminosity to it. It's not shiny. It's not like overly dewy. It just looks like pretty skin. So I'm really liking it. Glad to have picked that one up. Well, I didn't pick it up. Glad to have gotten that one in my mystery box. Here's one that if you've been watching my videos this month, you'll know that I've been enjoying it because I think it's honestly the concealer that I've used in almost every video. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. Now, I was reminded to use this one again after doing my foundation and concealer declutter because I have several different shades of it and I was like, yeah, I do really remember liking this. And I have been using it all month long. I've talked about it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore, but it's a great concealer if you're looking for something in that like light to medium coverage. Very easy, very blendable, really something that you could almost put on in the dark and still look good, and I really do like it. All right, now to touch base on the color fix of the month. I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna say color fix every damn month, but the ones that I'm loving this month, I might have even talked about these in my last favorites, but I don't think so. I don't think I had them yet. Maybe I did, but if I did, you're hearing it again. These are the Color Fix Nudes. So I have the shade 2 and 4, and this is what I usually mix as my eye base when I am wanting something that completely covers my veining, my discoloration, whatever I've got going on, and makes for a really nice base for any eyeshadow I put over the top. Whether it's going to be a cream shadow, whether it's going to be a powder shadow, whatevs, it makes it last, and I really love these. So I have also been experimenting with mixing these in with concealer to make for like a really budge-proof blemish concealer. I have tried these under the eyes. I don't really love that so much, which is fine. I don't think that a lot of people would ever use this under the eyes, but I've just been trying all the things. But these are great. These are great for an eye primer. Obviously, I could also use these to nude out another shade of color fix if I wanted to. I really want to get a deeper shade of nudes to use as a bronzer. Now, if you saw my recent hot summer favorites, summer makeup favorites, hot makeup favorites, I don't know. The makeup I love to wear when I know I'm gonna be sweaty. That video, I mixed in a color fix into a BB cream to make a cream bronzer, one that's gonna last a really long time, which totally works, but I actually used 2 shades of color fix to try to like get that perfect shade. So I just really want to get a color fix that is like a nice neutral brown, and Danessa has many of them, so I will definitely be snagging one of those the next time that there is a good sale. But if you are looking for a great eye primer and you're running low on yours, I would really recommend getting these. One of the things that I love about it is, unlike something like the Urban Decay, this is something that you can squeeze out, so it's not going to dry out as fast because you're not constantly like pumping air in and out of a tube like that. Also, this is going to be much more airtight than even something like the MAC paint pots, something of that nature, and it stays a lot longer than your average concealer. So I really like these. You can get one of these and it will last you, it'll probably go bad before you use it all, unless you use it like every single day all over your face. I am telling you, they are very, very pigmented. Okay, so again, I love them. Let's move on from the color fix of the month. Okay, an eyeshadow that I've really been loving to put over the top of these is the entire Halo Moon collection from Divina Cosmetics. I'm gonna swatch a couple for you. I really do love them all. I have them placed over to the side here loosely because I took them out of the palette. So this is Aylin, and actually this is the one that I wore just the other day sheared out on my lid over these Color Fix nudes. And I'm gonna have to do it again. I did not get a picture, I don't think, but it just made the prettiest. You guys probably aren't gonna even be able to see the shift that this has, but these are so beautiful. They're iridescent and sparkly. You can definitely use these as topper shades. You could put them over other like shiny shades for a little bit of extra dimension. They are so pretty. Every single one of them is magical. I don't even know if I can pick. All right, let's go ahead and grab Proteus as well. This one is a little bit more of a flaky texture, but this has this really cool like lime greeny shift. Now these look 100% different over a black base. I have some footage of Marama over the black shade from Divina Karma. I have those over on my Instagram. There's a reel that you can see and also some really up close pictures so you can see the beauty and the dimension of these shadows. So I've been loving playing with these. They're just really versatile. Like I said, you can use them over other shiny shades. You can use them over matte shades, over blacks. I really do enjoy them over the Color Fix, and they make really great inner corner pops as well. So I've definitely been loving the Halo Moon collection. I'm so glad that I picked it up. Again, Divina really never disappoints, so I knew that I would love them. So now a bronzer, a powder bronzer that I've really been enjoying all month. I did talk about this a little bit in a recent video. This is the LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer. Gotta love that shiny rose gold packaging, even though it's covered in my less than shiny fingerprints. So I have been using the shade Harmony. This is the medium shade. I actually today have Motivate on. I didn't use a lot of bronzer, and I was actually kind of curious to see just how light Motivate is, and definitely for me right now it is too light for my skin. Like I really had to pack it on to really see much of a difference. So if you are as dark as I am right now, I would definitely recommend Harmony. This is again the medium shade, and I really like it. There's just something about this bronzer. It is a matte bronzer, but it's not too like cakey. I will say I do usually like a little bit of a satin finish to my bronzer, but this, even though it's matte, it still doesn't look like dusty and chunky on the face. It has a nice like thin, it really lays on the skin nice. I do really like it, and really this is a very affordable product at Sephora, so I really do like them, and it also helps that it's cute. Okay, I can tell I'm like getting hyped up talking about Divina, so we're gonna bring it back down. We're gonna get a little bit more somber, and we're gonna talk about a fail. And not, I don't want to say a fail, but a disappointment, let's say. And I've actually, this is a double disappointment. I have already put this in the fail category in another video here on my channel. This is the Inkey List Oat Cleansing Balm, and I'm bringing this one back because I tried it again. I still had the same bottle. Thank God I didn't buy another one, but I still had the same bottle. And I can't remember who I was watching, and they had talked about how much they love this. And I was like, dang it, maybe I missed something about this. I'm gonna pull it back out and I'm going to use it. And I still don't like it. I don't like it as a cleanser. Now, what I do think that this can be used as, and I realize that this says cleansing balm, but it doesn't say anywhere on here that you need to use it with another cleanser. And for me, every single time I would have to do that. This just really, it feels like I have a bit of Crisco on my face. It's not as bad as the Good Molecules one that I gave like a negative review to. Maybe that was actually in my last favorites and fails. It's a little more clean than that, but I still don't feel clean when I use this. And I was really hoping that this would be like a double duty one, like even something that I could use once, rinse it and use it again and rinse it and be good. But it just doesn't leave my skin feeling clean. I had put this into my shower because I was like, oh, okay, I'll use this in the shower. This will be a nice way to try this out again. And when I got out of the shower, I just had to immediately run over to the sink and use my regular cleanser to like cleanse my face again. So I want to use this tube up. The one thing that I will say is for cleansing balms, it is nice to have something that's in a tube versus a jar that you have to scoop out. So again, if you're looking for it as like a first step, it's going to be a good one for you. If you're looking for it to use as your cleanser, I wouldn't recommend it. I just can't. Now, the funny thing is in my favorites video last month, I did actually have an Inkey List cleanser in my favorites, and I still am really enjoying it. So if you want to see what that was, you can go ahead and check that video out. Again, that'll be linked down below. So talking about another cleanser that is a disappointment, and I don't have this, and I don't think I talked about it on my channel after I used it because I was so horrified that I just like took it back to Ulta right away and I just tried to forget the whole experience. And then I realized that I never shared that with you. So I'm doing you a disservice even if even if it causes me nightmares. So I want to talk to you about the Cetaphil, however we're saying it, the Gentle Skin Cleanser. This is a cult classic. A lot of people love this. A lot of people. I know several of my friends enjoy this one. It's very inexpensive. And I was like, all right, I'm going to try this. Now, this is a cream cleanser, so it does not suds up. That doesn't bother me in the least. I couldn't care less. The only problem is it doesn't suds up, but it also doesn't come off. Again, I feel it on my face. I feel it on my face, and I don't like that. I don't want something that strips my skin, but I don't want something that like leaves a layer there, because if I can feel it, there has to be something there. And I just feel like it's going to block all of my like serums and things from getting into my skin where I want them to be in the next few steps of my skincare. So I tried this a few times. It didn't really remove my makeup all that well, and it didn't really come off. So no, it's a no for me. It's a no for me, dog. I'm a girl who loves a good, affordable cleanser. I definitely feel like cleanser is the first area in my skincare regime that I will try to like, you know, cut some cost, because I think that you can get an affordable cleanser that can be really good. This one for me just wasn't it. Okay, talking about another oldie but goodie, but this is one that I've been enjoying, Sunday Riley Good Genes. So this was at the tippy tip top of my holy grail skincare favorites for a very long time, and then it was sort of dethroned by the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow, which I do really like. The one thing that I really like about the Pharmacy product is that it's like half the price. This big Mama Jamba came from BoxyCharm, but regularly priced, the Pharmacy is about half the price of Good Genes. I also feel like the Pharmacy is maybe a bit more hydrating than Good Genes, but, and I don't know, this is the thing, because it's very hard to tell when you are like a beauty enthusiast, a skincare enthusiast, and someone who's like trying to review a few things for those of you out there. The scientific process is just completely screwed up throughout all of this, because unless you only change one variable, you don't ever really know what is having bad side effects and good side effects. Good side effects? Is that a thing? You know what I'm saying. Like, you can't ever be totally sure if, like this product, if I have great skin, is it this? If I change anything else in my routine, I don't know for sure. And I definitely over the last month, not necessarily that I've like changed a lot of things, but I've been very consistent and diligent in my skincare. I've been back on the retinol train. I've been really trying to make sure to do my treatments, all of the things, drinking some water, not as much as I should, but trying to drink some water. So maybe that's it. But I have just found, since switching to this because I used up my Pharmacy product, I just feel like my skin is more, not more glowy because it's more hydrated, but definitely more like surface exfoliated. I feel like I just have a more youthful appearance. So I don't know if this is just that much more potent and it's more effective. I'm not sure, but I am really enjoying it, and I've still got a good bit of this to go. I have used it in the past. I loved it. I switched to Pharmacy to save some money. I don't know. I don't know what I will do when this one is used up. I'm not even sure. I might have a Honeymoon Glow in my backup. If I do, that's going to be the one I use next so that I can use it before it expires. But man, this is a good product. So if you have the extra dollars and you feel like you want something that's maybe a little bit more intense than the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow, I would give this one a shot. It's a good one. By the way, I'm just realizing that I've been rambling on about this product, and if you don't know what the hell it is, that isn't really going to help you out at all. So this is a lactic acid treatment. So it's a surface exfoliant, a chemical exfoliant, versus like an exfoliant that's scrubby, right? So the Pharmacy one and the Good Genes both have some similar active ingredients. This obviously has lactic acid, so it is really just going to help essentially kind of like dissolve the dead skin off of the surface of your face. Sounds really glamorous, right? But it is what gives you really glowy, healthy looking skin. I also find that it's really important for me when I am using my retinols so that I have something that will also help slough away the like dead dry skin from the retinols. So okay, by the way, I am thinking about doing a skincare routine. I haven't done, boy, I did a video a long time ago, so I haven't done an updated one. I'm thinking about doing that in the future. I can't decide if I want to do it this summer or if I just want to like dip into it in the fall. So we'll see, but that will probably be coming up. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. If you'd like to see it before the summer's over, I can certainly do that. All right, I have a product that maybe this is cheating. Maybe it's cheating because I just got it a few days ago. But, you know, sometimes when you know, you know. This is the Refi Brow Sculpt. This is a brow, I think they actually call it a brow pomade, but when I think of pomade, I think most people think of like dip brow. So this is a clear brow fixative is what I would call it. So I'm not going to say a brow gel because I think it is way more than a brow gel. It is what dreams are made of for me. So the reasons that I like this product is it is thicker than your average like clear brow gel, let's say. So I do feel like it gives the illusion of like a more plump brow. It's not from fibers. I think it's just like almost the, I want to say slightly waxy, the slightly waxy feel that this has. So I really like that. It has amazing hold. Can you use this to get like stuck to your face laminated brows? Yes, absolutely. I tend to like want that very like pushed up effect, but not necessarily like, because then I feel like they don't really look fluffy. So I want it pushed up, but I still want a bit of volume so I don't push it down to my skin. I really, really like this. Now, you guys will know I've also given rave reviews to the Anastasia Brow Freeze. As of now, this one is going to probably beat that one out. I should do like a little side by side. Let me know if you want to see that. I could maybe like pop up a quick little like side by side on Instagram or something. But I like this because it feels a bit more clean. It doesn't have quite as much of a waxy feel. The Anastasia, even though it is clear, sometimes when you run it through your brows, you get that little bit of like product buildup look. I think only if you have like really dark brow hairs like I do. If you were a blonde or like even like a light brunette, maybe it won't be a problem, but I do feel like you can see it. This one, I don't have that with at all. And it's kind of scary because this is like a white product when you first put it in, but it does dry down really pretty nicely. It just stays feeling like pliable. I don't have it on today. I don't know why I touched my brows. I'm just like trying to like evoke that feeling. So it stays pliable. It doesn't get really stiff or crispy like some really like firm brow gels will, but it's not as like waxy as the Anastasia Brow Freeze is. So I'm really, really liking this. I do feel like it's also nice that this is like a one and done product. You don't need to grab a different spoolie. You don't have to do anything. You certainly don't have to mix it like with water like you do like the Patrick Ta one or the Jason Wu one, both of which you guys know. You guys know if you know, you know. Hell no. Okay, so moving back into this, I just really like it. The first time I used it, I fell in love and I was like, all right, my brows look amazing right now. I went through with this and then I just used some of, I think it was the Ardell Stroker Brow. I went through and put it in and was like, well, we'll see how well this stays up. And it stayed really, really nicely. I also felt like colored product goes over this product really nicely, which is nice because I found that sometimes with this one, that waxy feel is really hard to go over with another product. So I had good luck with a brow pen. I also have used this and then gone through with Dip Brow on a small angled brush and had no problem. So I haven't used this with a powder. I think that would be no problem at all. It might actually be really nice because like the slight tack that the brow pomade has might actually help adhere. It might help the powder adhere, but a pencil might be a little trickier because I feel like you're going to start breaking up the like formation of this product. I'm not sure. I know that there's like a whole 3-step system. I didn't need any of the other things, so this is the one that I picked up. I really love it. It breaks my heart that it's a little bit more expensive. I don't know how fast I'm gonna go through this, but maybe, I mean, the other thing is like, I don't feel like I waste as much product as I do with this because you really have to like load up your spoolie, but you don't ever like actually use everything that's in the spoolie. You end up like washing it all off. I don't know. I'm liking it. I'll let you guys know in the future if I change my mind, but for right now, we are definitely having a very strong summer romance that I hope will turn into a long-time love affair. Wow. See, this is why when I sit down with like under 10 products, I'm like, oh, this isn't going to take very long. And then all of a sudden when I'm editing, it's like 30 minutes. I'm like, God, Kelly, shut up already. So now let's get into Jeremy's favorites. So I asked him today, I was like, all right, doing my favorites. Let me know what you want me to talk about. And right away, he wanted me to mention the Maverick Dry Paste. So this is the Maverick by Mitch line. This is a Paul Mitchell brand. Of course, I've got my man using Paul Mitchell. So this dry paste is really, to me, it's unique in texture. I like that it is semi-matte. I wouldn't say it's like so matte. It's like, if satin is here and matte is here, I would say it's like right here. So It has a very natural finish to the hair, which I find that a lot of times men like because it doesn't look like they have too much product in their hair. So this doesn't give you that like old school, like Ricky Martin crispy hair. Wow, I'm showing my age talking about Ricky Martin. You guys know what I'm talking about. That like crispy gelled look. You don't get that from this. It just helps to like build in texture to the hair. You can still run your fingers through your hair. It's nice because you can put it in and have like a little more mellow style and then like work it up a little bit more and have a more like textured funky style. I really like that this has a flip top cap rather than something that you have to screw off and screw on. You have it on your vanity top, like you could drop it, like all that stuff that happens. So this is very nice. The scent of it is nice. It's clean masculine, yet not overpowering. I do really like it, so it will never like clash with a cologne or a fragrance if you're wearing one. Jeremy really likes it. He just likes that it's like easy to put in, it doesn't get chunky in your hair, it's easy to kind of like brush through. He can wear it for a few days and not feel like there's too much product in his hair, so he really likes it. I really like it too. Obviously, I'm a bit biased. So the other product he wanted me to mention is the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub. So I got one of these, let's see, I got one of these on BoxyCharm, and then I also got one in my Trend Mood box with First Aid Beauty. I think that's where I got my second one. This is very actually kind of similar to this, where they both have an AHA in them to help slough off dead skin cells. This does also have granular beads. Now, Jeremy is someone where I could give him like gravel to rub on his body and he'd be happy. He likes really abrasive products. This one I would say is fairly scrubby, but not so scrubby that like it's gonna be painful. I've actually used this once or twice. This one was also in the shower and now it's leaking everywhere. So I've also used this once or twice and I do really enjoy it. Jeremy said that he felt like the keratosis pilaris that was on his arms is going away. That's like that, a lot of people call it like chicken skin, but it's basically like a buildup of skin cells on your hair follicles. So this has glycolic and lactic acids. This also has oatmeal to help soothe the skin. So I think that this is really nice if you are looking for something to help give your skin a little bit of a slough. If you have really dry knees or elbows, this would also be something that would be really nice to use in the shower before you load up with a body moisturizer. And like I said, Jeremy's really liking it. This would also be a nice product if you tend to get dry knees or elbows. You could use this in the shower before you hop out to put on your body moisturizer, just to really help like slough off that dead skin and before you decide to hydrate to help prevent further dry patches. Anyway, Jeremy likes it. I hope you guys enjoy getting to get a few of his favorites as well. If there are months where there's nothing that's been like knocking his socks off, I was gonna say blowing his skirt up, but that's what I say. He doesn't have skirts. So if there isn't something in the month that is really like knocking his socks off, I probably won't say anything, but I thought that I would start to include things if he's like, oh, I really like this. So hopefully you enjoy that. Let me know if you do. All right, I'm gonna throw in one non-beauty favorite here at the end. This is the LaCroix or LaCroix or LaCroix, however you decide to say it. I usually like to say LaCroix just because it sounds fancy. So this is the Guava Sao Paulo flavor. If you like guava, run out and find this. I did actually talk about this on Instagram because I was like searching all over for it. I found it at Target and I bought 3 cases. It is so good. It really has a nice guava flavor, but I feel like it also has like an herbal, either like a basil or a mint to it. I don't know, it's really good. I like to have it on its own. Jeremy's mixed it with cocktails. I've had it with like a little bit of guava nectar added in if I'm looking for something that's like slightly sweetened. This is just so refreshing. It's great for summer. I love that, you know, this obviously is sugar-free. It also is caffeine-free. You have to be careful because now a lot of the newer sparkling waters also include caffeine because it's like the rage right now. So this one does not have caffeine, so you can drink this any time of day, which I love, and I think you should go find some if you love guava as well. So I just wanted to throw that in here. I'm totally gonna crack into this after this video. All right, that's gonna be it. That is the favorites for the month of July. I cannot believe this month is coming to a close. I feel like I'm going to blink and summer's going to be over, which also means I'm gonna be 40. Whew. All right, that one's coming. We'll talk about that in the future. I'm just gonna like dip my toes in that water. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. I always have fun getting to sit down with you, and it means a lot to me that you take some time out of your day to spend it with me. Let me know if you have tried any of my favorites. Do you enjoy them? Also, let me know if there's something that you were loving that I need to look into down below. Thanks, guys. I'll see you really soon.